I get to pick the story tonight.
Oh, no, you don't. You picked one last night. Tonight's my turn.
Come on, children, please, no fighting. How about if I pick the story tonight? Now, let's see. How about Peter and the Wolf?
Gramps, you read that one last time.
Oh, yes, that's right, I did, didn't I? This one looks mighty interesting. How about The Adventures of Johnny Appleseed?
Johnny who? Johnny Appleseed. You know the pioneer man who crossed the wilderness bounding?
Jennifer, do you want to tell us the story, or should I read the one here in the book?
Sorry, Gramps. Go ahead. You tell us the story of Johnny Appleseed.
All right. It is apple cider time in the Massachusetts Bay Colony when a son was born to Elizabeth and Nathaniel Chapman. They named their firstborn son John, but he was later to be lovingly known as Johnny Appleseed. The year was 1774, 2 years before the forefathers of our great nation declared independence from England. These were difficult times, but despite the hardships that Johnny suffered, he grew up to be a caring person who respected all living things. As a young boy, Johnny's love for the great outdoors made it very hard for him to concentrate on his schoolwork. In fact, on some days, especially in the spring, school was the last place that Johnny wanted to be.
Today, children, we will be reviewing the 2 times tables. After I've written a few problems on the board, I will be calling on you for the correct answer. Now, you did very well on this last week. Let's see how much you remember. Okay, the first one is 2 times 3. Molly, how much is 2 times 3?
That's an easy one, Miss McIntosh. 2 times 3 equals 6.
Very good, Molly. Let's try another. 2 times 9. Wilbur, how much is 2 times 9?
2 times 24.
I'm afraid that's not right, Wilbur.
Oh, gee, Miss McIntosh, I knew the answer last week.
Well, why don't you know it today?
Oh, well, you see, Betty Sue didn't give me the answer this time.
That's enough, children. The correct answer happens to be 18. We'll try one more. 2 times 5. 2 times 5. How about John? 2 times 5, John. John Chapman, have you been paying attention to me?
Well, Miss McIntosh,
What am I going to do with you? You're never going to learn your lessons unless you stop all this daydreaming. What will ever become of you?
I know I spend a lot of time daydreaming, Miss McIntosh, but I just can't seem to help it.
Well, Johnny, what is this you're always daydreaming about? Why don't you come up here and tell us?
Sure, Miss McIntosh, I'd be happy to.
Some apple seeds in a bag and travel all across the land.
Why, that was a beautiful dream, Johnny.
Why, thank you, Miss McIntosh. And oh, by the way, an apple for the teacher.
Oh, Johnny, how can I ever stay mad at you?
Who knows, Miss McIntosh? One day I may even name an apple after you.
Yes, Johnny had a hard time paying attention in school.
Sounds just like somebody I know, Bobby.
At least I don't get in trouble for talking all the time. Wendy.
Come on, you two. Let Gramps get on with the story.
Good idea. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. Well, eventually Johnny did learn to read and write, for later in his life, reading and following the words of the good brook were to bring him as much fame as his big apple tree. Johnny was about 23 years old when he decided to turn his dreams into reality. Following buffalo trails and Indian paths, he set out into the wilderness with just a sack of apple seed and a few meager possessions and the clothes on his back. These were pioneer days, and Johnny hoped to ease their lot by planting apple trees across the new territories. What a sight for the pioneers when they first set eyes on this gentle but strange-looking man.
Papa, you won't believe the funny-looking man heading this way.
What's he look like?
Well, he's got ragged-looking clothes on, he's carrying a real big sack, and on top of it all, he's barefoot.
Wait a minute, daughter. Sounds like that Johnny Appleseed fella I've heard talk of. Hello, settlers, and how are you on this fine day? Very well, thank you. And who do we have the pleasure of meeting? My name is Johnny Appleseed, but people are my real name is John Chapman, but people around these parts call me Johnny Appleseed. I knew it. It's a real pleasure meeting you at last, Johnny. Ma, Granny, kids, come quick. There's someone here I want you to meet. This is Johnny Appleseed. Johnny, my name is Emil Smith, my wife Esther, and Ma, Granny Smith, and these are all our kids. Please meet you.
Mercy me! What carnation will possess a body to go around dressed like that?
I don't need fancy clothes, Granny Smith. I got everything I need right here in this little sack. Sure, Granny. You've heard of Johnny Appleseed. He's a fellow who goes from town to town planting apple trees, so the settlers have a little something to remind them of home.
Mercy me! Planting apple trees and that beats all. A man should have a home and kin to care for. Tell me, what's so important about planting apple trees anyway?
I think you know what's right important about apple trees.
There are hundreds of things you can do with apples. And besides that, they taste good too.
Apples were meant to taste just and eat. Apples were meant for us to eat. After you try 'em, there's just no denying that apples can make the most tasty treat. Apples were meant to taste just and eat.
We'll be having supper soon, Johnny. Will you join us?
Much obliged. Johnny, won't you tell us all the story of your travels?
Sure, children. I've got one I think you like. Well, I entered the village one day and found myself smack dab in the battle between the settlers and the Indians. My shots were flying everywhere.
What did you do, Johnny?
Tell us, what did you do? Well, first I tended to the wounded on this side, and then I tended to the wounded on this side. And out of the blue, a stray bullet comes and hits me.
Were you dead, Johnny? Were you dead?
I'm here, ain't I?
How come you're not dead?
Well, I've got this little buck tucked under my shirt, and believe me, it comes good in more ways than one.
Tell us, Johnny, aren't you afraid about living out in the forest by yourself?
Well, I'm afraid not at all.
But don't you ever get lonely?
Lonely? Why not at all? I was being along with my two best friends.
Your two best friends, who are they?
My 2 feet.
Your 2 feet? Whatever do you mean?
Granny Smith, you just give a listen.
Tap, tappy, hap, hap, happy. Tap, tappy, hap, hap, happy. I carry my load over mountains, streams, and roads. Across the wilderness I wander. They sap me feet, keep me tapping to the beat. As across this great big land I go. And as he roams, the forest is his home. And of all the many friends he meets, the 2 best friends he knows, everywhere he goes, are tap, tap, tappy, hap, hap, happy feet. Tap, tappy, hap, hap, happy. Tap, tappy, hap, hap, happy. Right foot, you know, shows the left one where to go. As across the wilderness he wanders, they seem to say, Johnny, get along your way. As across this great big land he goes, and as he roams, the forest is his home. And of all the many friends he meets, the 2 best friends he knows, everywhere he goes, are tap, tap, tappy, hap, hap, happy feet. Tap, tappy, hap, hap, happy. Tap, tappy, hap, hap, happy. Tap, tappy, hap, hap, happy feet.
It's about time I had my fill of these stories. Scare everybody half to death. Mercy me.
Well, many years passed, and soon the countryside was filled with the fruits of Johnny's labor. At apple picking time, all across the land, he'd see neighbors and kinfolk alike gathered together to bring him a harvest. It was hard work for everybody, but when it was over, the celebrating was going to begin.
Grams, what did they do in those days to have fun? Did they play Sega? They didn't have video games in those days.
No children, back then they celebrated with a good old country hoedown.
Pick an apple, put it in a basket. Pick an apple, put it in a basket. Fill that basket high. Gotta fill it up to the top. Gotta fill it up to the
plan on helping a hand with setting up.
Come over here, Helga. I'd like you to meet Johnny.
Are you planting apple trees for everyone?
One in the same.
I don't know, Johnny. You keep on worrying and fretting about apples. You're going to turn into a regular apple fritter. Hey, look, Johnny, there's Granny Smith. Hey, Granny, you bring those same apple dumplings you made last year?
Sure did, Helga!
Don't touch them, Johnny. You could use her dumplings for cannonballs.
Okay, everybody, the Ohio Mountain Boy has arrived. The fun and dancing are about to begin.
again. Wake up, you didn't finish the story yet.
You were sleeping, Gramps.
I wasn't sleeping, I was just resting my eyes. Now, where was I? Oh yes. The brave pioneers had set forth into the wilderness faced both dangers and hardships. They left behind many of the comforts of home, while today we may still enjoy a sweet and tasty apple. In those days it was one of the few treats the settlers could look forward to. Johnny Appleseed not only provided these early pioneers with a bountiful fruit, but he also enriched their lives by sharing with them his love and respect for all living things.
Hey, just tell us one more story. Children, everything has its time and its place, and right now it's my time to be moving on.
Oh, Johnny, can't you just sit with us a little longer?
Tell us another story about your friends in the forest. All right, children, just one more story. What were you doing there, child?
Didn't you see that bee giant? He was just about to sting me.
Well, there's no need to hurt the little feller. Let me tell you, one day was in the forest sleeping when a hornet flew up the right leg of my pants.
Did you smash him, Johnny?
Did you give him a good swat? Oh, sakes alive, never hurt the little critter. I just picked him up and said, fly away home, fly away home. But he didn't want to be up my pant leg more than I wanted to be. You see, children, God, they're not just my friends. God put every living thing on this earth to live in peace and harmony.
All the earth is a garden where all nature is free. The birds, the bees, and the flowers live side by side in harmony. Trees grow tall in the forest. Rivers rush to the sea. For everything there's a purpose, and we must learn to let them be. Times and seasons, rhymes and reasons, everything has a place you see. Across the nation, all creation can live together peacefully.
All right, children, this time sing it with me. The words are easy, okay?
All the earth is a garden where all nature is free. The birds, the bees, and the flowers live side by side in harmony. Trees grow tall in the forest. Rivers rush to the sea. For everything there's a purpose, and we must learn to let them be. Times and seasons, rhymes and reasons, everything has a place you see. Across the nation, all creation can live together peacefully. Times and seasons, rhymes and reasons, everything has a place you see. Across the nation, all creation can live together
Oh no, Gramps dozed off again. And he didn't finish the story yet. That's all right, I'll finish it. Many years have passed since Johnny Appleseed wandered through our country's wilderness. Some people say that on a gentle summer night when the smell of sweet apple blossoms fills the air, you can still hear the sound of Johnny humming and singing when he passes through the valleys and fields of our great land. Is that the end, Jennifer? I'm afraid so. It says the end. I guess we better get to bed.
But what should we do about Graham? Should we wake him?
No, why don't we do what Johnny Appleseed would have done? Let's just let him be. Yes, we'll let him be.
He had a dream, a beautiful dream, and he really made it happen. He had a dream, a beautiful dream, and he really made it come true. Oh yes, he put some apple seeds in a bag and traveled all across the land. And then he sprinkled those apple seeds here and there. And now we see apple trees everywhere. Yes, now we see apple trees everywhere. Yes, now we see apple trees everywhere. There are apple trees everywhere.
Give me a hand with it. If there are thousands, topple it off the reef, out of anybody's reach, forever. So what about the treasure? Yeah, you'll need this black as molasses. Breaking anything down there?